Hi. Okay, so after watching the Give Me the Power and the Massacre at Tlatelolco documentaries, as a young person, I feel like nowadays, and especially us from the Tec de Monterrey, have a really privileged position, and I think this is also a responsibility for us to take advantage and make the most out of the opportunity that we have as students, and that we don't have to deal with those kinds of situations like the massacre at Tlatelolco back in '68. Um, really, in the documentaries, the main threat is not the police itself, and it's not the students itself. It's, I think, a lack of communication between both parts, and the highest levels of power being autocratic and abusive of power. I think that is the main threat, because especially here in Mexico, that it's all about corruption, and it's all about contacts and palancas, and you know this is how it works. I mean, we as citizens and students of the Tec de Monterrey, and everyone really should be conscious of that the power that we should claim as citizens, and to make our rights by value. I learned that I didn't know of how big a deal it was, all the situation in Tlatelolco, and about my current cultural context will be similar to that, in the way that well, actually, I don't come up with any specific idea. And like I said, nowadays I think it's a whole different story, where well, at least the part that I get to hear, which is mostly people from private schools and maybe some other friend from the public university back in San Luis Potosí, where I'm from, that everyone has a really good access to education. And for example, the autonomous university back in San Luis is really good, and I mean, it sure has its flaws and its opportunity areas, but yeah, but we don't have to deal with these kinds of repression, and to have to fear the government like those students sadly had to.